First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Detroit Lions. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 29, here's second down and 5. Prescott now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. If you look at this Browns defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Lions at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action now, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 3. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's go 47. It's 47.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now after the play, oh man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
That becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Pierre Strong to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
On 1st down, Stern. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Okay,
Now it's 2nd and 10. Across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Slide 2. Drill 52. Drill 3. Ready.
Back to throw. Stern. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And take it right on the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Here we go, here we go. Pioneer.
1st down throw here. It's Hooker. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 29-yard line. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. For an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go. Trap 60.
Hooker's going to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Come on, set.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Cycle.
To throw from his end zone, Stern. They got his man, complete. Big strides, look at him go. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards.
Let's go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They run it on 1st with Foreman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Stern. This caught out left by Bell. Touchdown, Browns! David Bell. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Come on.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Hooker. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
18 Cardinals.
Hooker on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Cup 19.
From the gun, it's Hooker. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Lions have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, it's Strong. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stern. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Ready.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set.
Foreman takes it, headed right. And shifts past him. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Fight. 97.
To throw on 2nd down. Stern. That'll be caught by Foreman. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Foreman will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Ready up. You don't blue.
Throwing on 1st down. Stern. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one swung outside to Strong. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Down. Blue strike. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Stern. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes third and about a foot.
Capture 11, capture 11.
Throwing. Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hooker now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Let's go. Go.
Quick throw completed by Hooker. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll be out right at the 35. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Quick slant complete to Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From the end zone, it's Strong. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, Trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Stern. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. From the end zone, it's Strong. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Red, yellow.
Throwing again. Stern. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shot, 17.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, here's Foreman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Stern. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Let's go now.
Foreman powering ahead. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stern. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and then ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, it's Strong. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, it's Strong. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Stern. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That is caught. Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Off the play fake. Stern. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. On the handoff, here's Foreman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. What I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. The strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. On 1st and 10, Hooker finds Gibbs on the check down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Alert! Alert!
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the return is Peterson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stern. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. A big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
The coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Viking 18. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Down. On the ball. On the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw on 2nd down. Stern. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stern. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go, set. Slide 2. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
19 Lions. Go.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead. Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got it to Williams. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mustang 19.
They'll go for it. Hooker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready? No, no. Ready?
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Bust through the tackle. Stiff-armed him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Got it. Ready?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Go.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Come on, come on.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Hooker's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
From the end zone, it's Strong. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stern. Throw left side. He's got Tillman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ready, break. Blaster, stay. Stay.
Looking to throw. Stern. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him.
He's got a man complete. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Hooker to throw it. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down to about the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Now it's Peterson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 2nd and 7.
43 rails.
to throw. Stern. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Operating from the gun. Stern. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7.
Striker, 3-3. Watch out now, 53.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now they'll audible to something else.
Black Ultra.
They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now 1st and goal.
And cycle.
They'll run here with Foreman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Operating from the gun. Stern. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Stern. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
Let's go now.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.